Hello guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building in one of the big apartments in Uptown. As you can probably see from the title, we are decorating an apartment for the Fengs, and I saw, this is because some of you guys wanted them in the save file, so I decided to redecorate this apartment even though it was already done. I do like this whole vibe for it a little bit better because it's unlike any of the other apartments I've put in the save file, so that's a little bit fun. I will say, like, generally this is very different from how I usually decorate. You'll probably see, you know, what I'm talking about in a little bit, or possibly also from the thumbnail, because it's very, very dark. It's very colorless. There's a little bit of yellow in there, here and there at least, like curtains and flowers and some pillows and one of the couches as well, but generally just very dark and very colorless. So very unlike, you know, the usual color choices that I make for my interiors, but also because it's so open and there's not a lot of furniture in this apartment either. It's very just like, I don't know, it's so, I want to say cold almost, but I don't want to be rude to Lily and Victor, so I don't know, but this is how I kind of saw their apartment. Like, this is the kind of vibe that I wanted for them, if that makes any sense. I kind of see the Fengs as like vampires of Myshuno almost, because there's just something about them. They're powerful. Lily is a CEO, and what is it that Victor is? He works as a politician, but I don't know, like, I don't know what rank he has. I don't remember his specific career, like rank. Let me just check quickly. He's a representative, so that is level 8. So he's pretty far up in the politician's career, and Lily is also rank 9. CEO is rank 9. I don't know what rank 10 is called, but I'm excited for her once she gets to it. But yeah, so they're very career-minded, very driven people, these two, and because they're so powerful and wear a lot of, well, I mean, Lily's wearing a green dress, but Victor is wearing an all-black suit, I just feel like there is something really dark and mysterious about them, so I'm kind of like, I see them as a bit as like Myshuno vampires, or trying to take over Myshuno or something. So I wanted to bring that into the apartment, and I had a lot of fun with it, but like I said, it's very different from what I usually do. Definitely not something that I will be doing in the near future again. And yeah, but I hope you guys like it anyways. Hopefully you can see a bit of the things in this apartment. I did try to kind of play with the idea that they could have a lot of parties over here, not because I see them as the most social people, but people that have that kind of standing in society. Don't they have a lot of, like, not fundraisers, but like get-togethers with other powerful people? I'll admit I don't really know that world very well. It's very not Danish, so I don't know much about it, but in my mind, at least from what I've seen in movies and stuff, they have a lot of parties or get-togethers or, you know, that kind of thing. So I was trying to take that into consideration as well. They have a bar in the kitchen, for example. They both have an eating area in the kitchen, but they also have one in this more open concept living room, whatever, so they can have plenty of people over. There's lots of space for people to stand as well, and a few seating spots here and there for them to sit on too. And both Lily and also Victor have their own offices. So Lily's office is on the ground floor, and Victor's is on the second floor. So you can see his is right up here with the windows on it, so you can kind of see into his office from the living room. I thought that would be kind of funny for some reason. It kind of reminds me of a nightclub or something. There's a, what is it, in Rush Hour, I think? One of the Rush Hour movies, there is like, they're at a nightclub and there is an office where the owner of the nightclub is hanging out, and there's some drama going on in there, and you can kind of like see people being pushed from the window down into the nightclub. And for some reason that picture just came to my mind when I made this apartment, so I was like, Victor needs to have windows to his office for some reason, so I decided to put them up there. It's a little bit weird, but you know, it's all in good fun. So and they also both have like extra chairs in their offices as well, so they could have, you know, we could pretend like they could have business partners over, or, you know, meetings and stuff in their offices. So I feel like the apartment was also slightly inspired by the Myshuno stuff pack. At least I've used the wallpaper, which inspired the whole color scheme throughout the house. So I used the black, white, I think there's a little bit of gray in that wallpaper as well, and also yellow. So that's where the yellow came into the picture, and that's why I started using yellow curtains and also flowers. And also I was inspired by the pillows on the Vintage Glamour Stuff Pack couch, you can see. And I know it's super annoying that the TV is in front of the windows, but I feel like they wouldn't actually have windows where you need like curtains to close out all the sun, if you get what I mean. You can kind of just press a button and then the windows go completely dark. I don't know, it's very futuristic, but I've seen it in some kind of movie and it was super cool. So that's how I pictured their apartment too. They can kind of just press a button and everything just goes dark, and I don't know, it's really cool. So I don't know if there are windows like that in real life. Maybe I saw like James Bond or something. I don't know where I saw it, but it was pretty cool. So that's what I imagine for them. But I still decided to add the curtains, at least on the ground floor in the living room, just because it ties everything together. So the wallpaper with the pillows on the couch and also the flowers here and there, and then the curtains as the final thing. It just makes everything more coherent, basically. But yeah, I think those kind of windows are pretty cool, but I don't know if they exist in real life. I was having some issues figuring out what to do with the layout of the kitchen as well, because I don't like to put counters in front of windows, and the windows in this apartment are so huge that there's so many of them as well, that they just cover up everything, like all the outer walls is just filled with windows. So that made it a little bit difficult to place the counters somewhere, but they do have a little corner over here. They have everything they should need in the counter, or everything they should need in the kitchen area of this room. So, but I feel like Lily and Victor may not be cooking that much anyways. If you have that amount of money and you're so career driven, and obviously, you know, they're top of the careers as well, you may not have a lot of time to cook. So I feel like they may go out to like business lunches or dinners or whatever, you know what I mean, and not cook at home a lot. Neither of them are foodies either, so I mean, I kind of get it. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot. I did give them 2 black cats because that just fit their vibe as well, so they'll have 2 black cats in the save file, which I don't know, I just like that. It was one of the first households I gave pets, I think, and I just knew that they needed black cats. So they have a female and a male cat. I don't remember their names, but it's probably something really dark and I don't know, just kind of, again, a little bit mysterious or something. So, but I thought that would be fitting for them. Also, something super exciting, by the way, tomorrow my 100k plaque should be arriving. I feel like I've been waiting for it for a long time, but I know that there are other channels that have been waiting for theirs for longer. I've been kind of pushy a little bit about it. So yeah, that's coming tomorrow. I don't know if you want to see an unboxing or something. Definitely let me know if that's of any interest. I can maybe figure out how to film one, but if not, then that's also completely fine. Maybe we can do like a Q&A or something at some point. But yeah, I just wanted to share because it's kind of like our little achievement together, you know. I wouldn't be getting that plaque if it wasn't for you guys, but I'm super excited because it's coming tomorrow, and I can't wait. I'm like a little kid on Christmas Eve or something. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Something else as well that's a little bit different to this apartment compared to what I usually do. I did turn down the clutter a little bit because neither of the Sims are neat as far as I remember. Lily is, what is she? She's unflirty, she hates children, and what is the last thing? Probably ambitious or something. No, genius. I have their pages up from Sims Wiki on my other monitor so I can kind of keep track if I'm saying something wrong. But she hates children, she's unflirty, and she's also a genius. She also wants to be a mansion baron, so she wants to have a big fancy house or a big fancy a home, I suppose. Not necessarily a house anymore. I don't really know how that works. Wouldn't you need, for a mansion baron, you need like pillars or something for the first step or the second step? I don't remember how that works. But those are her traits and also her aspiration, at least. And then for Victor, he has the traits materialistic, perfectionist and also genius, and his aspiration is to be fabulously wealthy. So I think they're both, you know, on their way to succeeding when it comes to their aspiration and also their work life. They're pretty put together, I want to say. There was some stuff on the Sims wiki though. It said in Lily's, Lily's description that it may seem like because she's unflirty and she also hates children, that's why they don't have kids first of all, but it also seems like the two were kind of put together, not necessarily out of love, but something else possibly. So they could have been like married off to each other. Maybe they came from two different very successful families and they kind of just to keep the money, you know, to make sure that the rich stay wealthy, they've decided to take one bachelor from one wealthy family and decided to, or take a bachelorette from one wealthy family and decided to marry her off to a bachelor from another wealthy family so that the wealthy stay wealthy. It could be that sort of thing that's been going on, and that's why they're so career driven as well, because they just come from wealthy families or something. I don't really know. But I would definitely love to know more about their background story. I mean, it could still be a love story. It's not necessarily all unflirty Sims that don't want a relationship. Lily could just be unflirty and still want love. We don't fully know, but definitely let me know if you have any theories or anything. I am very curious to hear you guys out on that. I did get some good ones from the Pancakes house build that I did. So it's a lot of fun, like reading different theories and stuff. So yeah, if you got any about the Fengs, definitely let me know. So the downstairs office that you saw just before was Lily's, and then up here we got Victor's office. I don't know why I decided to give her the bottom one or the one downstairs. I knew that I wanted her to have some sort of cat stuff in her room or in her office, just because I feel like she's maybe closer to the cats than Victor is. I think because she doesn't want children, she's very into her cats instead. So I felt like she just needed some sort of cat stuff in her office, and yeah, but I don't know why I decided to give her the bottom one and him the upstairs one. I don't know, as for their jobs and like access to their office, it doesn't really matter that much, I think. I mean, who would have more business partners over? Would it be Lily, who's a CEO, so she works in business, or would it be Victor, who's a politician? I don't really know. Who would have more like meetings at home compared to the other one? Definitely let me know if you got any theories, because if it's Lily, it does make sense because her room or her office is closer to the front door to the apartment. But if it's Victor, it's kind of unfortunate that they have to go through the entire apartment to get to his office, but hey. So I also forgot to put a bathroom on the second floor actually, because I went back the next day and for some reason just completely forgot that the little room that I'd made here by their bedroom was actually supposed to be the bathroom on the second floor, so I turned it into a walk-in closet instead and just completely forgot everything about a second bathroom. So now they have this nice little walk-in closet, but you can turn it into a bathroom if you want to, so they don't have to like walk all the way downstairs to get to the bathroom down there. You can definitely do that. And I will say that this is probably the most empty bedroom that I have ever made. It's so uncluttered and just empty and it bothers me a little bit. I feel like I need to build something, like the next thing that I'm building has to be overcluttered just because I need to get it out of my system. I'm one of those people that when I decorate, I feel like clutter turns a house into a home, so I just love to use it. But sometimes, you know, clutter doesn't really fit the Fengs in my opinion, so sometimes you have to tone it down a little bit for the different households. Also because Victor is a perfectionist, so I feel like he wouldn't necessarily like that much clutter around. You could be a perfectionist in a lot of different ways though, but there's just something about, you know, the fact that they have these like top careers and then him being a perfectionist, I think that they want like the perfect home as well so they can kind of show it off to their guests and stuff. So it just made more sense to keep it clutter-free. And you can see right now I'm kind of panicking a little bit because their bedroom is so empty. I'm like, I need to add something somewhere. So I moved the patterned wall, or the wall from Myshuno Stuff Pack, over to one of the other walls, so it showed off the pattern a little bit more to make it look a little bit more busy, because it was just way too simplistic, and I don't like that. So it looks a little bit busier in there after that, but it's still a very, very empty bedroom in my opinion. So, but anyways, we got the bathroom here on the ground floor, the only bathroom in the house, and I think that's about it for the build actually. So let me know if there are any other townies that you want me to build a house for or make an apartment for. I do have a lot on my list. I have moved them into my save file. I just need to build the rest of the houses, and I got some ideas for some of them, but there are definitely still some of them where I'm struggling just a little bit. But let me know if there are any specific households you'd like to see me build a house for or an apartment, and I will have a look at it. And yeah, if you like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT, and the name of the apartment as it's uploaded to the gallery will be linked, or not linked, but written in the description down below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice, but now I am telling you I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them, no reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see, but now the never, ever, ever seemed to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me.